Good morning. Hopefully you can see and hear me okay. Pip here, just me on my own today, to finish off finally this term's primate focused draw along, where today we're going to be drawing, let me just show you this from this reference image, which is a baby orangutan. So we're going to be drawing and learning about the orangutan. This is the reference image I've chosen. You are quite welcome to use this one, but equally you're welcome to use any other reference picture if you would prefer to. So I'm going to be focusing on just drawing the orangutan's face. I think with the green leaf in his mouth, because I just think that looks cute. I probably won't focus too much on what's going on in the background, because I think I want to focus more on his features. So that's what we're drawing today. Do say hello if you can see and hear me. I see that Pi has joined us, so morning Pi, and Abby and Sophia as well. So I'm not on my own, that's good to know. I've got a range of coloured pencils here, a couple of the greens for the leaf. I've got some sort of peachy pink colours, some browns, some orange tones and some tan tones, and what is left remaining of my tiny little black pencil. So I definitely, this is not going to survive a whole other term of draw along this year, so I've got to remember to buy a new one ready for next term. So thank you for bearing with us, because I know that we've postponed this draw along. I feel like twice we postponed it, because yesterday was bank holiday as well, and I know that we tend to have low numbers on bank holiday. So hopefully you've forgiven me for that at least. Freya, is it Freya or Emily saying hello as well? Oh, my apologies. My name's just Abby. I accidentally tagged my own account. So hello, Abby. I did think that. It confused me a little bit there. So I'm going to be drawing, because I'm just focusing on the face, I'm going to be drawing portrait-wise. Initially, when I set up, I had my page landscape, because I was looking at the whole image, and then when I decided, actually, no, I'm just going to focus on the face, I think portrait's going to work a little bit better. Good morning, Holly, as well. So just to give everyone a couple of minutes to sort of get in and settle down, I'll share some facts with you on the orangutans. So orangutans, why are they important? They need a large amount of space to source the food and water they need to survive. So by protecting orangutan habitat, we also conserve a multitude of plant and animal species. In this way, orangutans act as an umbrella species to others. They help forests by distributing seeds in their dung, increasing the biodiversity of their habitat. Through their nest building each night, orangutans create gaps in the forest canopy, which allows light through, stimulating the growth of plants in the undergrowth. The new growth contributes to carbon sequestration and countering the impacts of climate change. So really important species, but unfortunately critically endangered. So there are three species of orangutan: the Bornean, you know what I'm like with my pronunciations, bear with me, Bornean, Sumatran and Tapanuli orangutans, and all three are critically endangered, unfortunately. We'll find out a bit more about why that is as well. So Abby says, my name's just Abby. Sorry, I tagged my own account. Hello to Holly and just Emily joining us today. So should we start drawing? I think so. It feels like I've been away a while, so this will be interesting, won't it? So I'm going to try and really fill my page today. So I'm just drawing like a central line of the face, slightly off to the angle, off at an angle, and then I'm going to try and plot out roughly where I think the eyes are going to be. So this is very rough and sketchy to begin with. His eyes are quite close together. I'm going to say it's a he, but who knows? Could be a she. No idea. So they're quite close together. Have I done them close enough together? I think so. And then you've got this cute little nose. And quite a wide mouth. So you can see I'm really going to try and fill my page today. It will be cropped out almost. Trying something a little bit different to what I normally do. Sketch that leaf in now. It's almost like he's got a green tongue sticking out of his mouth. Orangutan sounds so peaceful, Abby says. Panuli, what's that? What's that in reference, Emily? Abby? Good morning, hope you're doing okay from Bean and Bud. Good morning, thanks for joining us. Well, I'm doing okay. That's for sure. Hope you guys are as well. So we've got these great big, cute, adorable eyes. I'm going to try and just sketch in the shapes as I go now. You've almost got like these panda eye patches around it with slightly lighter colour. So I'm just going to get that in now. You can see a darker marking running down from that on the bridge of the nose as well. And then over here, somewhere about here, I can see the ear. I'm going to try and sketch that in. I do think this is going to be a challenge with his fur or his hair. I'm not quite sure what we would call it on an orangutan, but it's quite sparse. I think I'm cutting my picture off, so I'm going to move the camera slightly. See if I can adjust it and make it a little bit better for you guys. That's because my camera's dropped, so that's why. Is that how you spell the breed? Oh, the species. So we've got the Bornean, Sumatran and Tapanuli. So Tapanuli. I probably pronounced that badly. Oh, Bean says, your nails are so beautiful. Well, thank you. I did them myself. We went to a little festival at the weekend, me and my boys. And these are not my nails, they are fake nails. But then I put stickers on them. They're mountain scenes. I thought they were quite pretty. So thank you for noticing. Right. So now I've got some basic features in. I feel like I should probably put the top of his head in somewhere, because otherwise I'm going to get confused. Yep. I've got a feeling my picture isn't going to be quite as cute as the original, but we'll give it a good go. There's a lot going on with the eyes, so I kind of want to spend a bit of time smartening them up a bit, because they are such a big feature on this image. And because I've gone such a close-up shot with it as well. You've got the little reflection there. And these little wrinkles. How have we found primates this term? I knew it was always going to be a challenge for me because I avoid drawing people. And they are so much like us. I knew it was going to be a bit difficult for me. Oh dear, what's going on here? I want to make sure I get this right, so this might take me a couple of attempts. You can actually see his eyelashes as well, so I need to make sure that I remember that when I come to adding tone. And I think that mask needs to be higher up. Someone said, hi, we did ours last week. We'll post them later. Is that your orangutans? Oh, you've gone ahead. Wicked. Well done. Abby's found it hard but fun. Yeah, it's definitely been a challenge. That's for sure. But I can't say I've hated it. So that's a win. Joe said I found them hard and only did 2 of them. Yeah, they are difficult. I'm glad it weren't just me. Some of these wrinkles on his mouth. I think I'm delaying starting at adding tone, and really I need to get a bit of a wriggle on if I'm going to get, because I've gone so big with the picture, I need to get a bit of a move on. Not sure on this at the moment. He's not looking particularly cute or adorable on my image, so I don't think this is going to be my most successful of the term, but it's all a learning process. Something's not quite right with the eyes. I almost feel like I've gone too big with the eyes. That's probably what it is. Have I got time to adjust it? Is that any better? Oh, you can tell I'm rusty. Just a couple of weeks off, it's all Takes me a little while to warm up again. Let's just go with it. At this point, right, I need to zoom in so I can see the details on the eyes. They're very dark, the eyes. Oh no, I've lost my picture. How's that happened? Nope. Right. I've lost my reference image. That's going to be even more challenging. Right, zoomed in on the eyes. Yeah, really dark. So we've got like a dark brown where you would perhaps expect to see the white of the eye, which is a little confusing, but we'll go with it. It's almost got like a reddish tone to it as well. And then what you would expect to be the coloured part of the eye looks like a great big pupil. It looks black to me, so that's what I'm going to go with. I'm just going to follow the reference image and trust the process. I've lost the red. There you go. The proportions are a challenge with this one. The eyes are big, almost too big for the face. Keep going, Pip. Thank you. I am struggling, can you tell? Abby said, I think it'd be cute if you put a tongue. So I did that to mine and it's so cute. Nice. Emily says, mine looks really weird. Well, join the club, Emily. Because so does mine. Right. Let's see if we can just improve it as we go along. You never know. We might be able to save it. Maybe if I don't spend so much time fussing at this stage, I could just add some colour and build on it. We might get somewhere with it. We can but hope. I think the other issue is that I've started too far over on the page, which probably is making it a little bit more of a challenge for me as well. I'm trying to squeeze it on. Drawing with a tiny, tiny black pencil. It's just, you know, challenging me even more. It's actually hurting my hand. Do not recommend. I really must. Joe, can you remind me several times this week to buy a new black pencil, please? Okay, well, it's a start. Can't say it's a strong start, but it is. Oh, that's brilliant. That just epitomises where I am today, I think. Look at that. Try a different pencil. So I'm going to go a little bit more erratic with my shading. I'm going to try and place colour down quickly and then build and build and build and see if I can turn this around. Really, I don't want those pencil marks underneath. I'm going to have to try and rub them out as I go. It's easier said than done. There's a darker tone in there as well. Abby, here is your reminder. Buy a new black pencil. Well, that's great and all, but in the next 10 minutes, I'm going to go, I totally forget. I need to order it whilst I'm online with you. That's the only way that will work. How's everybody else doing so far? Better than me, I hope. I do struggle with orangutans. It's my youngest, Elliot. It was for a while his favourite animal, and I made him an orangutan cake for his birthday a couple of years ago. And like I did it in a realism style, except it was slightly terrifying. I'm not gonna lie. I haven't tried it again since. Abby, write it on a sticky note and stick it to someone's forehead. Yeah, but then I've got to remember to look at that person. I should set an alarm on my phone or something like that. At a point where I know that I'm likely to have the time to sit there and just order one. My hand is aching already. Terrible amount of practice. It's looking a little bit squinty, his eyes. I need to make this one a bit more round. I'm going to go with like a dark brown skin tone, and then once I've added water, hopefully I have time to then use the oranges and reds to add in the actual individual hairs that we can see. That's my plan at the moment. It's the best one I could come up with. Farron's joined us. Sorry I'm late. No, you're right. You're just on time. You're here when you needed to be. Emily says she's sorry, but she's a bit late too. No, you're good. You're good. No such thing as late in my books. So it's looking very rough and sketchy today. I'm hoping I can pull it out of the bag, and when I start adding water, I'm going to be able to blend these colours well, and it'll all come together. We have to trust the process. I feel like I'm saying this a lot at the moment. I have an idea. What if we did animal drawings based on songs? For example, a dog playing drums for We Will Rock You by Queen. My word, I struggle just drawing the face of an animal some weeks. What are you going to do to me, Abby? You could do that, though. Take whatever animal we draw and convert it into a song. I've got something dirty all over my page rubber, and it's actually putting more marks on my page than it's taking off at the moment. Right, I'm going to add some water and then hope for the best. Holly says she will like your mug, Pip. Is it the dog from Night Before Christmas? It absolutely is. Nero, I believe, is his name. But sad story. I'm the clumsiest person. I whacked it recently and knocked his little nose off, so I've had to glue it back together. I've got a Sally and a Jack one as well. Tis my favourite. That and Corpse Bride. I'm a big fan. Right, let's try and rescue this. See what I can do. Try not to get the page too wet because it just takes too long to dry, and then I'm really not going to be able to rescue it. I feel like Abby's telling me off. She said, you say to me, don't beat yourself up. Now you're beating yourself up with your drawing, so I'll steal your line. Don't beat yourself up, Pip. It's a great drawing. Thanks, Abby. Maybe I needed to hear that today. Sometimes we're better at giving advice than taking our own advice, aren't we? I feel like now that I've added the water, I can see my vision a bit more clearly. So it's giving me hope. Not sure what I've done with the mouth here, but you know, again, we'll just go with it. We'll just hope for the best. Now do the eyes. Then the nostrils. Can't forget that I need to share some actual facts with you as well. So I've got to make sure I leave time for that. Sorry, I've gone into deep concentration mode because it's the eyes. I know how important they are. So I've just went really into myself then, making sure I got that right. That's a bit better. See, sometimes you just got to stick with it. That looks a lot more realistic now. At least marginally recognisable for what it's meant to be anyway. So there's some facts. Give my hand a break. So in terms of numbers, I thought this was quite fascinating. Bornean orangutan, there's only 57,000 left of them. The Sumatran orangutan, only 13,000. And the Tapanuli, which was last assessed in 2016, so it could have changed since then, have got fewer than 800 left, so really obviously critically endangered. They are omnivorous, so they mostly eat fruit, leaves, seeds, bark, flowers, honey, vines, shoots, insects, and very rarely meat. And they live in tropical rainforests and swamp forests. Their range, so the Sumatran orangutan is normally in Indonesia, Sumatera. Bornean orangutan is in Indonesia and Malaysia, and the Tapanuli orangutan is in Indonesia as well. Their heights, they can be between 1.1 to 1.4 metres high and weigh between 35 and 90 kilograms, so quite a range. Of the 4 non-human great apes, so the great apes are the gorillas, orangutans, bonobos and chimpanzees. The orangutan is the only one who comes from Asia, with the rest living in Africa. From 1996, there were only 2 recognised species of orangutan, which is the Sumatran and Bornean. However, in 2017, a third species was identified in the Batang Turo region of Sumatra, Indonesia, which was the Tapanuli orangutan. They are distinctive due to their reddish hair and long arms, which are up to 2 metres in span. And the name orangutan means person of the forest in Malay. Their skin is a dark grey and their hair can range from an orange to a red. Their legs are short, being just over half the length of their arms. Male orangutans are twice as big as females and have large cheek pads. As the largest living tree mammal, orangutans spend over 90% of their lives high up in the forest canopy of Sumatra and Borneo, 15 to 100 feet above the ground, sleeping in nests built from folded branches and leaves. They often use tools, for example sticks, to help them catch termites and collect honey, and have also been seen holding large leaves over their heads as shelter during rainstorms. They have a semi-solitary social system, thought to have evolved in response to the seasonal distribution of fruit and the absence of natural predators in the forest canopy. Females and their offspring have the closest bonds, although young females, particularly those that are related, may also socialise together. Young orangutans stay with their mother for up to 7 to 9 years, learning the crucial skills they'll need to survive in the wild, longer than most other mammals. Adult males are the most solitary and only socialise with receptive females for brief courtships. Females usually have their first baby at 15 or 16 years old, with an average 8-year gap between births, so they're extremely slow compared to other animals at reproducing. Following a pregnancy of around 9 months, infants are dependent on their mothers for the first 2 to 5 years of their lives. They are generally non-aggressive. There is also little evidence of play behaviour in the wild, except for between a female and her offspring. They can communicate in several different ways, using a variety of gestures and vocal signals to communicate about resources, territory, dominance and affection. The vocalisations of orangutans are diverse and can include grunts, screams, long calls, where males start with barking notes and then change into heaving roars and tapers off into groans, kiss squeaks, grumbles and raspberries. How many orangutans left in the world? So obviously I explained already the different species, how many are left, and why are they endangered. There's several reasons why orangutans are critically endangered, and that is through habitat loss, human orangutan conflict, and then hunting and the illegal pet trade again. What's that be said? Oh, I thought it was orangutan, like orangutan. Yeah, do you know what? I did. I remember when I was younger thinking exactly that's why they were called orangutan, because it was orange. They were orange in colour, but apparently not. Now we know. So I've got some base down, so now I've got to brave it, and it'd help if my pencil did have some lead in it. Actually add in some more texture and tone and colour in terms of the hair. So I'm just going to go for it and just hope for the best. So we've got some really bright orange where the sun is shining on his fur. So I'm going to try and get that in, and I'm just almost scrawling in the direction that the fur is growing. It's not tidy and neat, so I don't want to draw lots of straight lines in parallel to each other, because that wouldn't be accurate. And we've got some sort of auburn colours coming through as well, so I'm not just using the same orange colour. When you look at the image, there were definitely more brown and orange and red tones, and then lighter as well. So try and keep referencing the picture and try and see if you can replicate that. I'm going to do my best. Can't promise anything, but I'm going to do my best. So you've got finer hairs, even right where the nose is, like the bridge of the nose. And I think they have a more reddy brown colour, so that's what I'm using. And then near the top of the head, it goes more orange, so, and thicker hair as well, so more of it. So I'm going to try and do my best with that. That page is still a little bit wet, which is making it tricky for me. But we'll see what we can do. How are we doing for time? Not too bad, but I've got to make sure I've got time to colour in my leaf as well, because I've not done that yet. Almost got to be a bit brave with this. Just go for it. That's the technical term I'm going to use. Just go for it. At the moment he's looking a little bit like he's been electrocuted, but then the reference picture doesn't look far off that anyway. Got some browns in there as well. Emily's done. Well, Emily beat me because I am not. I feel like I need to go over with some darker tones and build some more depth to the face. So I'm going to try and do that as I go along as well. Do I need my little trusty black pencil to do that? Abby's got to go now. Thank you very much. No problem, Abby. Thanks for joining us. Oh, don't forget the eyelashes. I forgot the eyelashes. Maybe that's what's making the eyes not look quite right, because I didn't have the eyelashes in. But now I want to definitely build on those wrinkles and the darker little shadows. Chloe's doing some artwork she's been working on. She said it's raining now. Oh no. Erin's going as well by the looks of things. Bye. Oh, everyone's leaving us. thought I'd overrun then. I looked at the time, I thought, have I gone over past 12 o'clock? No, it's okay. Oh, everyone's saying it to Abby. Sorry, my bad. I get you now. Let's put some colour on this leaf because it's looking odd with just that white space there, isn't it? So I've got some highlights down that side, brighter green that side. Oh no, I used the wrong green. Oh, just had to make it up as I go along. Put some water on it. Kind of give mine big lips there and said, well, I think they do have big lips, to be fair. Mine are probably too small. So I am toning down some of these pencil marks by adding water, but I don't want to blend them completely like I did the undertone, so I still want them to look like hair. But I'm just softening them a little bit with the water, because otherwise it's obviously pencil marks. Now, when I look at my image on the computer screen rather than what's in front of me, I can see that this eye looks great with the shadow in here, but this here doesn't look, it looks flatter. So I can see straight away that I need to add darker tones like I've done here to give this more depth. And it's funny, I couldn't see it when I was looking at my paper, and I've said this before, but in case it helps anyone, sometimes if you hold your picture up to an image, if it just doesn't look quite right to me, I hold it up to a mirror and you can see where your imperfections are more easily, because it's like your brain gets used to looking at the image a certain way and just can't figure it out. And sometimes taking a step back from your picture and looking at it from further away, taking a photo of it can help, or like I say, holding it up against a mirror helps you to see where things just aren't quite right. There's my top tip for the day. So once I've added a bit more to the hair here, I'm going to focus on that eye because I think that'll make a big difference. I think I need to go in with the black to build a bit more tone there and here, and sort of like the sockets and show depth again. Oh dear, paper's still a bit wet, makes it tricky. Yeah. So that's where the paper's wet, so it's taking the pigment a lot more. I kind of want to blend that out because it looks odd. It's difficult. It's not letting me tone it down a little bit, which is a shame. But that's what you have to kind of be careful of if you're working on a wet page with watercolour pencils. It's nice if you want that strong pigment. I didn't, and now I can't get rid of it. Bit better. Something still doesn't look quite as good as the other eye. I think I made the pupil look more round. That's a bit better. Erin's finished as well. You're all showing me up, aren't you? I used a white pen to help with the hairs. Oh, that's a good call. I have got my white pens handy, so I may resort to that. Oh no, it's happened again. Oh dear. I need to even this out a little bit. Oh, it's not going well. It was. It picked up, and now I've mucked around with it too much, and it's these black bits that I'm stuck with, which I didn't really want on my page. Oh well. Just concentrate on something else to see if I can fix something else rather than that. Oh my god! Put the black pencil down. It is not your friend today. I feel like I need a darker tone there. Maybe that's what's making the face look a bit weird on this side, because actually I've put a highlight there when actually it's a darker shadow. It's like I just stopped at that point and forgot to go back to it. I fear I might be at that stage where if I keep going I'm going to muck it up even more. So I might have to stop in a second. Save me from myself. But yes, I wonder if a white pen would help. Yes, with some highlight. It probably doesn't show up too well for you guys on the camera, but I can see that it adds a little bit more in terms of highlighted hairs. So if you've got a white pen, my recommendation is to use it. I don't think it was my best work today, but it could have been worse. Oh, I've just locked my screen. Do I add any more or do I leave it there? What do we reckon, people? Is there something obvious that you can see that I could change to my picture to improve it? Don't say all of it because that ain't happening. I think I might leave it there. I think this one might be to me a little bit. What do we reckon? How do we get on? So Drawalong is taking a break next week, and then I believe we are back the week after for our final theme of the year, which is rodents, which isn't just mice and rats. Like, did you know that a beaver classes as a rodent? So beaver's on the list. Something a bit different. Don't ask me to recall any of the others because I can't remember. But yeah, so it'll be another 5 weeks of themed draw-alongs all about rodents, learning about them as well. And hopefully it won't be as stressful as this term has been with the primates, because not my forte, that's for sure. But we did our best, we learnt about them as well, and it's good to do things that push us outside of our comfort zones, things that are a little bit different and to what we're used to drawing. Jo says she's excited for the rodent family. That's cool. Kirsty, which is Abby, says maybe the top bit of the nose could be dark so it looks flat like the picture. Yeah, maybe that's what I've done wrong there as well. But I've signed it now. That's it. I can't touch it again now. Them's the rules. But yeah, not bad. I'm looking at it now on screen. It's not bad at all. So thank you so much for joining us and keep me company. And hopefully we'll see you in 2 weeks' time. I'm sure it's 2 weeks' time then when we start on the rodents. Yeah, until then, have an awesome week. If you're taking it as half term and having some free time, I hope that's awesome for you. If you're not and you're working through like we do, then I hope it's not too strenuous for you. I'll see you all later. Bye bye.